I think Paige just wants to be accepted, and we were totally fine accepting Paige for who she was, but she would rather just be a fake fuck.
Potato. She had a stream last night, and I didn't watch the stream up until I only caught the end of it, and the end is pretty much really the only thing I needed to see. So last night, Marte had a stream where he was reviewing Paige's debate against Kinetic Kel on homeschooling versus public schooling. And I've already talked about this, how that debate really showed me that Sara is actually heavily biased because she straight up like fact checked Paige on her sources and called her out on it mid debate. It made Paige look bad. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be a moderator. Why are you fact checking the sources in the middle of the debate? You know, I've seen a lot of Sara's debates at that point, and this debate happened before the Andrew and Rob fallout, by the way. But at that point, I've seen many of her debates, and this is one where I was just like, why? That was weird. Like, why did she call out Paige and fact check her in the middle of this? So that really left a sour taste in my mouth. And I've always remembered that. So Marte was watching it last night. And so at the same time, Sara was streaming. And so at the end of her stream, Sara was like, I'm going to find someone to raid. So she was looking to see who to raid. And she saw Marte was streaming. And she was like, oh, Marte is watching a debate from my channel, the Kinetic Kel page. And she was like, oh, that was a shit show. That was an absolute shit show. And then she goes on to not only justify why she was biased. Again, this woman lacks any kind of accountability, any kind of personal responsibility. Not only does she justify her being biased, but then she goes on to like talk shit about Paige for like the rest of the stream. And I was like, this is crazy.
Let's see. Reservoir. I don't see any specific topic. Rinyald's notebook.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because this is where she's looking for people to raid.
Marte is watching a debate from my show, the homeschooling debate, which neither Paige nor Kinetic Kel knew what they were doing. So I don't know why anybody would even judge that debate.
So that's her way of because I've called it out before about her being biased on there. So I think now she's trying to brush up. I don't know why anybody would judge that debate. I mean, it was a shit show. Neither of them knew what they were doing. Well, no, Kel didn't know what she was doing. But to be fair to Kel, I think that was her first debate or like one of her first debates. So I could let it slide, but Kel didn't know what she was doing. Paige looked like she knew what she was doing. But with Sara's cope, it's like, oh, neither of them knew what they were doing. It was a complete shit show.
It was like pure amateur hour. Let's see what else. Oh, there's me. All right. Oh, I ain't rated him. He can suck a dick. It was Kinetic Kel and
Talking about Marte, he could suck a dick. I'm not gonna rate him. And then Beth made a joke like, oh, he'll probably call it a hate crime.
Paige when they debated homeschooling here. And Paige tried to get away with using this study that wasn't a study at all, written by a therapist on her own website that promotes her therapy and the benefits of homeschooling. And it said like fact check by doctor whatever, and it was literally that doctor's website. And it was just like a blog of data. It wasn't even there was no link to any actual study, nothing, like no citations, nothing. And then she tried to say that Kinetic Cal's data was not peer reviewed, and I looked at Kinetic Cal's shit, and Kinetic Cal's was actually peer reviewed, cited, like it was every data viewer's wet dream.
Data viewers, right? I don't think that's true, by the way, either, about Kinetic Hell's sources. From my memory, in that debate, because like I said, I reviewed that debate, and from what I recall, Kel didn't even know what peer-reviewed studies were. So I'm pressing X to doubt on that. Is that up to the moderator to do, asking for real cool? So listen, I'm new to moderating, but I've seen several debates, and I've never seen a moderator yes, like a moderator will bring up sources because one of the debaters will ask, "Can I see a source?" So I've seen them bring up the source, and then the debater will call out, "Hey, that's not really a peer-reviewed source. That's not really this, or that's not what the study says. I'm looking at it. That's not what it says." I've seen the debaters do that, but I've never seen the moderators do that. I've never seen the moderators go while the debate's going on, look through the studies and fact check the studies for the debaters. That's usually up to the debaters to do. Like you'll see, like Andrew did it recently against the comic book guy, where he was like, "Okay, can you send me the conclusion of that study? Is that study?" And that's where he found out comic book guy actually didn't read the study. But that's up to the debaters to do. That's up to the debaters to do, not the moderator. Can't repeal the 19th, Dano. I had the studies from Paige. Hers were peer reviewed. Yeah, I'm sure they were. That's the thing. I'm sure Paige's were peer reviewed. And I'm also, too, like I said, Kel didn't even know what peer reviewed studies were. So I don't think hers were at all. But Sara, I think, is just lying right here just to make Paige look even worse.
But then it was actually Paige's, who was like literally like some blog on some therapist blog. And she thought she like tried to use the statistics from that blog. And I'm like, this is a fucking blog page. It was whether homeschool was good or bad, basically. He probably would, but I wouldn't even do him that pleasure.
That pleasure.
All right, where do you guys want to go? I just gave you all these options and nobody gave me a place to go.
So you think that's the end of it, right? You think, okay, she said her piece, she doubled down on the moderating, which again, listen, like let's be like, even if we were to even if it was true that Paige's studies were nonsense and Kel's were all professional and peer reviewed, right? Even if that were the case, that's not the job of the moderator to do. Okay, you let the debaters call that shit out. The moderators are not the ones that are be like, "Oh, hey, this is actually peer reviewed." All right. So even if that were the case, Sara still did the wrong thing by actually interfering in this debate. She's supposed to be an unbiased moderator, and yet she's like interfering in this way. Objectively, you're not supposed to do that. And does Sara apologize, saying, "Yeah, listen, I didn't like Paige's sources, but I shouldn't have interfered like that. And I know that now, and I'm trying to be better about that." No, instead, she throws Paige under the bus. She just throws Paige under the bus and refuses to take any. Seriously, guys, listen, the saying nobody's perfect? That's wrong. Sara is the only perfect person on planet Earth. This woman does nothing wrong. She does nothing wrong. She is absolutely perfect in every single way, never makes mistakes. So when we say nobody's perfect, we have to make sure we go, nobody's perfect except for Sara Tomato.
Let's see. Where can I rate you? Oh, wait.
Right.
I can't read you yet.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Beth is, isn't that stupid? How, like, you can't. Dude, and you know what's funny? Beth, is I wouldn't have even looked into it at all. Like, I don't go and try to fact check a whole lot of people too often unless the facts are being disputed. Then I'm like, all right, let me go while they're arguing. Let me go see if I could take a peek. But usually, like, leave it to them, right? If you bring stuff to the table,
Yeah,
like, I leave it to
as it
them.
should be. As it should be. Yes. So why didn't you do it this time?
But once they dispute it, then I feel like I am now obligated to go and fact check it, whatever they're disputing. Well,
They didn't dispute it though. Kel didn't dispute it. Kel didn't even know what a peer-reviewed study was. She didn't even know what it was. So she didn't dispute it at all. She couldn't dispute something she didn't even know what it was.
Paige, when Kel made her stats claims and stuff, and she dropped her link backstage. She quoted the study.
To be fair to Beth, Beth does defend Paige because Beth does say that Paige is smart and intelligent, and Sarah's the one who's like, not really. She pretends to be smart. You'll see it.
XYZ, yada yada yada. And Paige is like, your stuff's not even peer reviewed, probably, and this and that. And then Kel's like, well, like, I forget how it happened, but they started getting at it about whether Kel's data was even peer reviewed or legitimate or whatever. So I was like, well, let me go take a peek. So I started looking at Kel's, and I'm like legit, everything in here is legit. And then I was like, well, let me go take a look at Paige's. Like, maybe I'm missing something here. And I went and I looked at Paige's, and I'm like, Paige, like, this is literally a therapist, like, fucking blog. It made her look stupid because she was over there saying that Kel's was all fake and wasn't it wasn't peer reviewed, so therefore it wasn't right. It wasn't good data. And then meanwhile, she herself has data from a therapist blog. And that was it.
This face pisses you off now. This is $1,000 face. I'll have you know, independent thinker. This is $1,000 face. Simps send this. Simps send her $1,000 just to look at this face.
I was like, this is terrible. Anyways.
So she goes, anyways, and you think she's gonna like, okay, now let me raid you over to here. Bye, guys. But no, then she just picks it up and just starts trashing Paige.
Well,
no worries, brother.
I don't think. Here's the thing I'll say about Paige. I don't think she's as smart as she tries to present, right? And I mean that in a nice way.
A nice way.
She likes to just repeat. But I've watched her in instances where she doesn't know how to utilize applicability of what she's saying. So wash, rinse, repeat, but I don't know how to apply it according. Like, she was trying to apply fucking God's morality to Joe Cool one day over, I forget what it was, but it was like it didn't even make sense. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't even collide in the same conversation. Just have the conversation. Stop trying to, like, out morale everyone. Just have the conversation. No, she's not. I don't think she is.
Yeah, see, so Beth says, yes, she's smarter in some areas than others. And Sarah's like, no, she's not. I don't think she is. I don't think she is smart.
I don't.
And so it sounds like Sarah's complaining that Paige, like, it's the same way when people complain about Andrew, like, why are you talking so much about the morality or blah, blah, blah. It sounds like Sarah's here is complaining about the same type of shit.
I think she is. So far, a lot of shit she said, like, I was able to completely prove otherwise or be like, that's not how that works. She, like, you could maybe say she's book smart, but even at that, it's still, that's information's wrong too. I think she just likes to present like she's smart, but she's really not. I don't even believe she's necessarily a lawyer. I think she like does like paralegal shit, which a lot of paralegals like to try to claim lawyerhood, okay? And then they use a few big words and try to apply it, and then it just sounds even more stupid. But if you didn't understand that industry, or you've never been in that industry, or if you've never studied like law in any capacity, like it would sound pretty. But when you have an understanding of a lot of this stuff, she just sounds tarded. And it's kind of been rough to listen to her sometimes when she was here. And it's like, God, why? Like, that's not right. There you go. 13's got it. There's a lot of well-spoken bullshit artists. Yeah, I think Paige just says stuff to try to blend in and tries to sound smart. But how she's not smart is she can't apply shit to shit. She doesn't understand applicability. She just she just repeats talking points. She doesn't even have opinions of her own. She repeats opinions. She can't even formulate her own fucking opinion. Literally wash, rinse, repeat whatever opinion I believe I'm supposed to be repeating. Anyways, I feel bad for Paige, honestly. People like Paige.
I feel bad for Paige. She feels bad for Paige, guys. Poor Paige. I think what's funny about Sarah's criticism is that she is upset about a paralegal claiming lawyers questioning her credentials, but she doesn't tolerate people questioning her military credentials. Yeah, exactly. This is all just projection. All of it, just extreme projection. Shit to shit. Shit and shit. That's funny. This is top tier coat mining. Yeah, I mean, this Sarah, man, like, she is just nothing more than a lol cow nowadays. Like, uh, her takes are so fucking ridiculous. The projection is insane. And she just like the delusion is insane too. The lack of self-awareness at all.
Because she just wants to be accepted by people. And this is the only way she can do it. When the reality is, if you just be yourself and just fucking chill, bro, it's okay. We don't have to attack people to be accepted by other people. And we don't have to pretend to be so. I don't give a fuck if people think I'm dumb or not. I say dumb shit all the time. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. By the way, Sarah, don't say that. You know that's not true. You're perfect. You're the perfect person. You never say anything dumb or stupid at all. Nobody's perfect except for Sarah. So don't even say that, Sarah.
They pay for me to sound dumb. It's cute.
Wait, what? Paid for me to sound dumb? What? Did she just say that she sounds dumb because people pay for her to sound dumb? I actually missed this. What?
I don't give a fuck if people think I'm dumb or not. I say dumb shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. They pay for me to sound dumb.
Holy shit, dude. The fucking cope is unreal. People pay for me to sound dumb. Oh, that's what it is? You're actually really like super smart. You're actually, again, Sarah is perfect. She's perfect. She sounds dumb because she knows that's what the people want. The people want her to sound dumb. They pay her. That's what the simps are looking for. They want her to sound dumb. So that's why she has to come off like a retard in a lot of these streams, guys. Bet you guys didn't know this. I didn't know this. I had no idea. But then again, I'm not perfect like Sarah is. So of course I wouldn't understand this. Yeah. That should be a gift, a little head nod. Yeah, I know.
It's cute, I guess.
It's cute. It's cute. You know, the guys, they think it's cute if I just sound dumb, you know? That's what they pay for. I have to give them what they want, you know? You guys don't know this. I'm actually like Albert Einstein pretty much. You should see the lab experiments I have in my lab downstairs in the basement. I have a whole lab down there. You should see some of the concepts and philosophical takes I write down in my philosophy journal. If this stuff were to be put out there, it could change the world, but I don't because people just pay to see me sound stupid. So it's a curse, really.
Yeah, I think she struggles. I think she's playing in a man's world and she wants to try to sound like one of the guys, and she sucks at it. And she's trying to like be accepted by a bunch of people who in actuality would fucking hate her if they knew the real her. And she knows it. And that's why she won't be
And
the
she
real
knows
her.
it.
Yeah. I think she's lying to herself on a daily basis, and the struggle is real and it shows. Darlene, Paige, we can all see it. We can all see it. That's right. My top fucking simp. But you know what?
Jason, that's the guy that sent her $1,000. Jason Reeves. Yeah, her top simp. She's the one who renamed me your top simp, Sarah. Well, where's the lie? You are her top simp. You sent this woman $1,000 for what? What did she do for that? I would say to sit there and look pretty, but she doesn't even do that. So yes, you are the top simp.
We can all see it. We can all see it. That's right. My top fucking simp. But you know what? I have simps. She don't. And if she does, I think, who did you say that she claimed that her simps don't make themselves known? That's because there either are none or they're embarrassed for people to know that. Paige, you should take that as a fucking sign. Oh, yeah. But
And then Beth says, it doesn't help that those men put the women in that space at a really bad handicap to even start. Again, mud oppression. We're even oppressed here in the debate world. Mud oppression. Oy vey. She's mental, yeah. Bro, I've seen many Sims for Paige. She's just drama baiting now. That's how she's gonna stay relevant. I mean, yeah. That is how she's gonna stay relevant. Who is Paige, by the way? She's a debater. She's a debater. She's been working with she's like lately she's been working with Marte doing the TikTok invasion stuff with him. But she's like a debater. She debates stuff. She's based. A debaster? No, that doesn't work. I'd be embarrassed to be called Sarah Simp, let alone Sarah anything. Yeah, I know, right? Chat, hold my coffee. Good to see you, Mrs. D. I don't know who Paige is. Yeah, she's a debater. But this just call comes off as general. And she's also a mod for the Crucible. Yes, that's true too. I'm prettier than her. This fucking nut job. You know what's funny is that like a typical feminist, like feminists are all about women empowerment, female empowerment, right? But then they're always the first ones to like totally diss and talk shit about other women if they feel threatened by them. Same type of shit. Because it's like, yeah, what did Paige do to her? Did Paige say anything about her recently or what? Like, she's just going off on Paige. And I was like, where did this come from? I'll be embarrassed to be called a simp. Yeah, same. That guy was proud of it. Yeah, I sent her $1,000 and what? I am her top simp. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Yeah, that's a good point too. So Paige being educated is trying to be like one of the guys. Yeah, exactly. Paige trying to sound smart is being one of the guys now, I guess, according to Sarah. Yeah. It's not the point that you think you were making, Sarah. Does she act like this toward Paige because she's part of the Crucible crew? Probably. That could be it. Sarah looks like she's wearing fake bangs. Yeah. I don't speak for Paige, but I promise you guys, she does not give a fuck about having simps or admirers. She a proper Orthodox elite. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Also, Paige fights for patriarchy and Sarah is a feminist. Exactly. But that's what's so ridiculous when Sarah's like, I'm right leaning. I'm a right winger. I'm conservative. But it's like, dude, well, how come you're always going against the conservatives? And every chance she gets, she goes against the conservatives. Beth and Paige had a big fallout fight. What's funny though, too, is that, I don't know anything about their big fallout fight, but even after that big fallout fight, Beth is actually being nicer about Paige here than Sarah is. Like, Beth is actually saying, like, no, she's smart, like she's intelligent in like a lot of ways and stuff. And Sarah's like, no. So even the two girls that had a fallout are still able to say like nice things about one another. But Sarah's like, nope. I can talk about it on my stream if you want to. Yeah, you can. If you want to, if that's something you want to do. I mean, I would watch. Oh no, Sarah's at projection. Yeah. This is why men should just shame these retarded women if any attention at all, but simps make these women think they're smart. Yeah, exactly. So there's a little bit left here.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Let's see what
Are
she's
none,
saying.
or they're embarrassed for people. Oh yeah, but who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? There's plenty of dudes in this space who do like women and aren't mean to them and don't shit on them all the time.
Yeah, and see, that's another freaking feminist take too. All the men in this space, all we do is just shit on women, and we're just all mean to them. Yeah, yeah. It's like this. It's the total feminist view. That's all it is. It's just, oh yeah, all we do is just shit on women, and we just hate women, and blah blah blah. And we're like, get out of here, women.
There's plenty of them, but they won't. They all will think.
Yeah, I mean, what are you even doing here, Mrs. D? Don't you know that we all hate you here? Don't you know that we all hate you, and we just want to shit on women and stuff?
You're nothing but a fake cunt if you act like a fake cunt.
Dude, the irony is insane. Meanwhile, Sarah was being like a fake see you next Tuesday that whole time. Like working with the Crucible, she was being fake that whole time too. She was being absolutely fake. So I guess it takes one to know one then, Sarah.
Fun here, Jason. And we love you for it. And we let you speak your piece. And you get to yell at people and boot people. I do also eat the schnews. But I don't know. I think Paige just wants to be accepted, and we were totally fine accepting Paige for who she was, but she would rather just be a fake fuck.
What? That's insane. This is wild.
Yeah. And it's not even about knowing stuff either. It's just about being able to have the fucking conversation and just be genuine about it. Like Paige always wanted to fight, like throw shit at people that like you can't just have the fucking conversation. Just have the conversation. We don't have to tap into morality. But that's the only thing you know to say. Because you won't give your own opinions because if you give your actual real opinion, all of those friends of yours are going to fucking turn on you. Look what happened. She knows it. She fucking knows it. So she's going to walk around all awkward, just repeating their talking points and saying everything that they want to say or that they want to hear. And I'll tell you what, Paige, it's going to hurt eventually. It's going to hurt. Anywho, fuck it. All right. Well, I'm not rating you anywhere. I already listed off all.
So then that's it. So I was watching that and I was like, holy cow, that is wild. That is like the wildest thing. I destroyed Beth so bad in our debates that it's still in my channel. And fuck Sarah for talking shit about Paige. Paige is better debater than these women by far. Yeah, no, I completely agree. This is just nothing. That's why I was like, this is just wild. Like it was nothing but projection. And I don't know what called for this. Like, is it because Paige is aligned with the Crucible? Is it because, I don't know, was Paige saying stuff? I have no idea. But it went from her double downing on her shitty moderation and her biased moderation, and then just turned into this whole rant about Paige. And I was like, what the hell? This is wild. Absolutely wild. Nice, Emmett. Yeah, hey Dusty, do you want to debate Emmett on libertarianism? I actually think that would be a pretty good debate. And Emmett's been looking for someone with a libertarian viewpoint to debate. I'm surprised that Potter Dusty is a member of this channel, to be honest. Yeah, same here. Just an unprovoked cope session. Well, that's all she has now. That's the only thing that's sort of entertaining about her. It's the cope. That's all she knows. I don't know why she doesn't start another channel called The Coping Tomato, where all she does is just cope. Man, she's not pretty at all. I wouldn't look twice. That's $1,000 face right there, sir. Thank you very much, Suzanne, for the $4.99. It's been a while. Thank you very much, Suzanne. Very much appreciated. And also, too, I didn't see get to this earlier. Thank you very much, Ken, for $20. Canadian 20. This is a call for action. Don't be a simp. Yes, indeed. Don't be a simp. We got to shame simps. That's what we got to do. Oh, yeah. And Dusty, pick a prompt so I can destroy you. It's been a week so far. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I thought that was pretty wild. That Morin still haven't picked a prompt yet. Yeah, no, there's been no movement so far. Modern day debates rejected the prompt, so yeah, they got to come up with a new one. No right wing men have shit on Paige that I've seen. Well, yeah, no, exactly. It just seemed like Sara was essentially calling her like some kind of pick me or something. But it's like, what the hell? Like, she's calling her like fake and all this stuff. It's like, what the hell are you even talking about? Like, you were completely fake. You pretended to be like, oh, like you aligned with the Crucible and such. But meanwhile, behind the scenes, everyone was complaining to you about, oh, I hate it when the Crucible are in the chat. Oh, I really hate it. I hate it when Andrew's there. I hate it when all these people are there. And Sara was like, oh, I better start to distance myself. She was a complete phony. I wonder if this is also too about, oh, did Paige say something to Joe Cool that also, like, again, she's someone that says, oh, I'm a conservative, I'm like right leaning and stuff, yet she always goes against the conservatives. So when it's Kel versus Paige, she picks Kel. When it's Joe Cool versus Paige, she picks Joe Cool. It's like, what the hell? Some right winger, some right winger never takes the sides of the right winger. Wait, this bitch talking about Andrew again? No, she's not. She's not talking about Andrew. She's talking about this debater Paige. And all because she saw Marte reviewing the debate between Kel and Paige. And so she was like, oh, that debate was a shit show. And so then she justified her being biased in that. Yeah, she never picked Rob or Speakeasy either. Exactly. They see any woman that is aligned with the Crucible as simps. So yeah, it's just a cop out. Oh, well, they're just simps. Meanwhile, like Sarah's also like, well, I have simps. This is my top simp right here, Jason Reeves. This is my top simp right here. By the way, it'd be cool if you sent me another thou. Coming right up, Sarah. Jake Var too. Oh, she went against Jake Var as well. See, it's like never took the conservative side at all. She tried just destroying Jake Var too. That's crazy. I didn't hear about that. I would debate Dusty on Sarah's credibility. That's a good prompt. Is Sarah still credible as a moderator? I actually think that would be a pretty good prompt. Incorrect, Sarah. You hate Paige for who she is. Paige is accepted within the patriarchy because she knows and plays her role to the T. Yeah, exactly. Well, Sarah wants to be, she believes she's Miss Girl Boss. I was thinking about it. I was like, Sarah totally reminds me of one of the girls that would buy a truck, like a big pickup truck or something. And she thinks, oh, look at me. I'm badass. I own a pickup truck. And then they would put the bumper sticker, the silly boys, trucks are for girls. Like I was thinking about it, I was like, man, because that used to annoy me back in the days. Those sorry girls, or sorry boys, trucks are for girls. And I was like, man, Sarah totally seems like the person that would have done that. She thought the relation with the Crucible was her way into right-wing debaters and had problems scheduling lefties, especially high tier. They were demanding special treatment. Yeah. Yeah, but she'll never take it on the road. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny too, is that now she has nothing but left wingers. Now she has mostly lefties. Like at the end of this stream, when she was looking for someone to raid, she brought up Rinyald's notebook, who's like a lefty guy. And she was like, oh, righties, it looks like it's open panel. I could send all you righties over there. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, who is right wing that is still listening to Sarah? Who is right wing that is still paying attention to Sarah? That's not just making lol content off of her like me. Like, but who's still like legitimately listening to her? No one. She's stuck with mostly lefties. At the best, a centrist. So congrats, Sarah. You have all your lefties now. And now all the righties don't want to do your fucking channel no more. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that video? I hope you did. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, or else you're gay. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to save you from sin. Also, make sure you catch the cool stream live Mondays through Fridays right here on my YouTube channel. And make sure you follow me at any of these links down below for everything Cool Vic.